So here's the current chart showing the planetary placements in Washington, although all of these are true throughout the planet, as in Washington would be specifically the ascendant and the midheaven and the general grid, but all of these degree positions are precise for every location on planet Earth. And we notice the moon is in Aries, just went a little past Mars, also in Aries earlier. Jupiter in Aries, which it crossed yesterday. You'll recall that the chart for the fourth hearing had the moon next to Jupiter. It's traveled this far. But what we can see here is that it's not at 23 degrees Aries, and this happens to be the 9th sign in the chart of the extremely reprehensible ex-president, the Orange Menace, so that even though he's been, to my knowledge, he's been silent the last 24 hours or so, or at least during today's hours, I didn't see any articles or anything coming from him, but I am strongly suspecting that any moment now or sometime this evening, he's going to start yapping and lashing out, given that this moon is starting to lock into the 12th house Saturn in his chart. And if we move the chart forward 1 hour at a time, you can see that moon there is at 23:36. 1 hour more puts it over 24. And so as we go into evening time in Washington, and this would also apply to the Mar-a-Lago location where he's likely hanging out, what the moon is doing is it's getting up into degrees where it's going to square his Venus. And I know from lots and lots of observation, he doesn't like that location. And the symbolism is quite tight because the location of this moon correlates with his legal house, correlates with what just happened yesterday, and the fact that all kinds of information came out that was very damaging. And now we're reading today that the committee is intending to do another hearing on Thursday, but after that they are postponing, delaying until July because there is now an increased influx of information, more witnesses, in other words, more damage. And so this tells us that Trump would be aware of it and that he's going to be very unhappy. And that's in terms of the hourly movement of the moon, as in today. But then if we switch this clock and instead of moving it hour by hour, which would take in this evening, we do a daily movement, because now we want to track the Mars. This Mars here at 21 degrees Aries, we move it forward to tomorrow and then Friday. Now it's at almost 23, which is the entry point of that Saturn-Venus conjunction, which the moon is hitting today. And so then we have that Friday, Saturday, hits it a little more, Sunday, more still, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to say Wednesday till the middle of next week. The Mars is challenging the Saturn-Venus conjunction, and Mars is especially ragey and aggressive and belligerent and combative. It's Mars, it's martial energy, something he is known to wear on his sleeve. So look for him to begin to lash out as we get closer to the end of the week and into the weekend. Really, it's the only way he knows. It's just the way this guy operates. And so I can just see already the things that are, he's likely to say, the rhetoric, the insanity. But bottom line, he's going to be very angry and very uncomfortable, and he's going to say a lot of things. Is it going to help? No, it's not going to help, because we're going to go even further and we say, all right, well, what about other planets? Now we start going really quickly here, and we push this. Jupiter is moving deeper and deeper into Aries until it makes a station there. There's the S in late July, directly landing in his 9th and triggering his axis Hollywood T-square, which he is really going to dislike. So, too bad for the ex-president crook, and like I often end my videos, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.